All right, I'm beginning. 3, 2, 1, okay. Hey y'all, welcome back to Rants with Y Love. I'm with Michelle today, and we're just going to be talking about moving forward. I wanted to say from the coronavirus, but not necessarily from the coronavirus, just as a community. And I'm saying black community, but I'm not necessarily referring to just black people. Maybe anybody who's down with us, but mainly the black community and moving forward because it's hard out here right now. But anyways, what were you about to say about disenfranchised?
All
Yeah, like
right.
you talking about like the beauty supplies and stuff.
No, I just mean in general as a black community, because I'm a preface the black community. Everybody else got their own enclaves and their own groups and communities.
Yeah.
But we the only ones that get chastised for having our own community. So I'm gonna preface it as the black community because that's who we talking to. We talking to the black community.
True, you're right.
Everybody, a lot of
That's
people see and they're like, oh my gosh, y'all are uprising. No,
No.
we have an enclave. Like, don't y'all have enclaves too?
Yeah. Exactly.
So it ain't nothing wrong with us coming together, talking to our people. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
We have a love for our people just like anybody else does.
A deep love. And that's what my cousin was talking about the other day. But he was just like, every time we've came together or risen together past, I don't know, a hardship, whether it be racism or discrimination or, the police situation. Every time we start to come together in a big way and, wake each other up, I don't want to say the white man, but I don't know what else to say. The Caucasian man, I don't know, kind of tries to push us back down. I feel like the perfect example of that is Black Wall Street, like that whole community just being destroyed. But I mean, it's happened a few times, and I feel like, we're sharing veganism and the Dr. CB thing, and not gonna lie, Kobe and Nipsey passing away did trigger a lot of things in the black community and a lot of conversations. And we're waking up, we're coming together. I see a lot of broads calling each other queens instead of bitches. We're saying I love you more than, I don't know, whatever else we used to say. And we're waking up and we're coming together. And I have kids and I can't help but feel like the white man's not going to like it. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't know what's coming. Like, it was a beautiful year. I know there were hardships, but it was a beautiful year. I'm just saying, in the black community, I saw so much information being shared and so much coming up. And then, boom, 2020. And it was just like day and night. And this is the night. And last year was the day.
It's funny because that whole term woke, I don't necessarily like to say woke or waking up because I feel like when you say that you're speaking damn to yourself and your spirit because we've all been awake. We're really now just rising up from the knowledge that we have. Okay. So we're now taking more accountability of the knowledge that we have, and we're accessing the resources, and we're realizing how much more we can do together because, oh shoot, you were affected by this, you were affected by this, all right, let's come together. Okay, you know what, we see some of the things that Kobe was doing and Nipsey was doing for the community as a whole, not just for himself, not just for his own personal neighborhood. He was doing it for black people in a total. And the truth of the matter is we can do more together, and it doesn't matter who cares about it, who doesn't like it, because the fact of the matter is it's gonna happen regardless. Like I said, they can do for one another. You see it. For example, a white person, a Caucasian person can have a great job, and then guess what? Now they're creating opportunities of wealth by creating trust funds and mutual funds for their children. And we have a lack of that because we have a lack of knowledge and also resources. But we're seeing now there are resources available. There are new initiatives that are now aiming towards diversity. There are now more inclusion efforts. And we see more of that. And the truth of the matter is, we can be greater, just like Black Wall Street, and we can do even further than that. And the reason why anybody else aside from black people that feel some kind of way is because they know that black people are the true people. The whole nation USA is founded on black people and native people.
And I
Let's
can't
be
help but
honest.
right. And
We
I'm
can
like,
do
let's
anything.
be
We can do
honest.
anything.
I mean,
And so,
basically,
yeah.
right? And we can do anything through anything like that we're put through, and I
And we're
see
so
that.
resilient. Think about
Resilient,
it.
perfect word.
We're so resilient. We literally can be like, okay, we
It's in
got
the
that smack.
DNA.
It hurts. But okay, you know what? How can we get together? How can we regroup? How can I say, okay, you know what? I'm a link up with my sister. We both do hair. How can we get our own salon? Let's do that.
Exactly.
Let's do that.
We don't
Let's
lie
split the
down.
proceeds. Let's even have like a community a community fund that we help and we give back to people that have helped us and people that just need it.
Exactly.
You know, and we
A
can
circle
we can
round.
do more if we just plan and we just come together.
Exactly. Come together and come from a place of love. Come
That's
from a
it.
place of help.
A place
If
of
you're coming
love.
from a place anywhere else, it's not gonna work. That's what I
Exactly.
realized.
And anything with love is possible.
And everything you stated, like with the entrepreneurial, like I feel like that's the entrepreneurial. Getting assistants who know how to do hair or
Yeah.
know how to do nails and all that. I know so many people. I know nurses, lawyers, and
Yeah.
mother freaking practitioners and
Hello.
therapists.
Hello.
Freaking, social workers, people who do all the,
We
housing
can.
stuff. I'm just saying, check this out. Now, hear me out now. What if we did all this and came together, but not in America? Would you do it in Africa?
Yeah.
Like, I know we cannot just get up and move out there. I understand.
Why can't
But
we?
I'm like, because will people be afraid of where am I going to stay? Where am I going to work? What
Well,
am I
that's
going to
why
do?
you set yourself up before you leave. But
Correct.
we could literally do anything.
Correct. You could even have a group out there that sets up, like, I don't know
Yes.
if it's necessarily refugee would be the term, but a program where we help you out. We get you in a spot. We all pool in our money. I
Absolutely.
don't know, but I'm starting to feel like that's why I want to move to Georgia. I'm starting to feel like I want to move to Georgia. Of course, raise my kids a little bit, but advocate, kind of, be in the streets, see what's going on in the community with my peoples, because let's be real, it's a large black presence over there.
There is.
Texas and the surrounding areas, I have family and friends, and I want to figure out a way that maybe we can get half of us or some of us in Africa and start establishing, a place for us, not in Nigeria or Tanzania or
It's
South, Africa, something,
we
because
can definitely
y'all,
do that. Let me tell you. I
America
was
gonna
reading
make it hard.
something the other day.
Hmm.
My father sent it to me actually, and it was about the Chinese, like Chinese people, and it was talking about how China has taken over everywhere that they inhabit. They've gotten to the point where they've overpopulated China. So they
Yeah.
now branch off to Africa. They branch off to
Do
Jamaica.
they?
Yes. They branch off to
I
other
wouldn't be
places.
surprised because they're so
But
populated.
it's so overcrowded. They've almost taken over the whole country of Jamaica.
Wow.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
crazy.
They
And I've been
have
wanting to
come
go to
they have
Jamaica.
That's what I'm saying, and nobody knows that because it's almost like it's happening,
Mm-hmm.
and we're because we're in whatever we're doing or whatever we're
Yeah,
working on, we're not necessarily paying attention.
at
But
all.
they've gone to Jamaica. They have made they have made friends with prime ministers or political officials in Jamaica. Said, you know what? I know your term is almost over. Let me go ahead and buy this land over here. I'm gonna give you a proceed. Let me give you like $1 million, a couple million,
Mm-hmm.
and you just sit on that because after you retire, that's going to be your money that you can retire on,
Exactly.
right? And then they take over, and that's exactly how they begun to take over Jamaica. Can you imagine?
Wow. Could
Yes,
you imagine? And that's Jamaica.
and that's Jamaica,
See, and I've been wanting to visit too.
and you can still visit.
And did that, ain't you right? And
But
did
it's just
this.
so interesting because China has this thing where they're anti-black. I don't know if you've seen that. Like now
I
that
have,
everything
and I
that's
didn't
going
know.
on.
I had no idea. I
Hmm.
mean, I saw this sign, woman another dude was in McDonald's, and it was like, "Do not serve the blacks." Da 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 da.
Yep. Yep. They're
What?
asking, they're telling people straight up,
I don't
you come
understand it.
here, I do not want to serve you. I have the ability to say so because there's no policies in China that says that have to, you have to allow these people,
Hmm.
anybody to really patronage your business.
And is that because of rumor though? Because I'm hearing, oh, something happened with the virus actually coming from a Nigerian and da da da. And that's
No,
another thing.
because
I've heard every different thing you can think
no,
of and the
no.
opposite side of it.
It's because of society and the way society views black people. We've always been seen as the inferior.
And it's like, what's the problem? Is it really just the color of skin? Because then when I broke down, I thought I had melanoma. And I looked up the word melanine and how that goes and freckles and all that. And I'm like, y'all, it's literally just a pigment in the skin. What is the problem with the pigment in the skin? Because it's not the person. Because I mean, I know some white people that act just like black people. I know some black people that just act like just like Asian people. It's the individual. So what's the problem with the
worldwide? Worldwide, black people have always been seen as inferior. And not for nothing, we view each other as inferior. We are the ones that most to kill each other in any populated place. We are the ones, even on a financial scale, because I know a lot of CPAs, and even on a financial scale, it's upsetting to know where we rank in the entire world. We are seen as the inferior, yet we have the most potential. Why? Because we're crabs in the barrel. Why? Because we have lack of resources. Why? Because we don't trust each other enough to say, you know what? Let's go half on this situation. Let's go 8 in this. I got this percentage. Let's go ahead and buy these houses. Let's go buy this community. How about that? Let's buy a community. And make nobody thinks like that. Let's buy a community. Not for nothing. A couple of years back, I was actually having a conversation with a friend, and a friend said, you know, I saw a community, and they only wanted what was it, like 200,000 for the community, and it came a community. It came with a post office. It came with several land. It came with a couple of schools. Seriously?
A nice little community.
I'm trying to tell you, if like we would have got together and we would have all said, you know what, I ante up, I got this amount, I got 2,000 for you, I got 8,000 over here. You serious?
Loan, maybe even could have got
that's
that.
That's what I'm saying.
And it starts somewhere. You have to start somewhere.
Exactly, but it also starts with our mindset.
You're right. I was just about to say the mindset and walk it with faith, because I have a lot of family members who I feel like are acting like, basically, if I go outside for too long, I'm going to die. And I know that that's not what they're saying, but that's how they're acting, their actions, because they're older, because of the coronavirus. But I'm like, it's your mindset. Walk with faith. You've been walking with viruses since before I was born. So at least walk with faith. It's your mindset. Like, I understand nobody's telling you to go chill at the park or go to a concert, which you can't. But let me take my kids to the park and stuff like that, you know. And I'm not even saying for them, but I'm just, you know, like with my mother, she wanted to come out here and visit me, but she's so scared. But I'm like, if you have on your gloves and your mask and you just drive down here, you'll be okay. Walk with faith. But you're right, your mindset and trusting others and all that, because I see with some like photographers or braiders, I saw there's this whole thing kind of like in the last few months about discounts. You know, somebody asking them for a discount. I was for sure that person that asked photographers for a discount. And I know people felt pretty, people felt pretty oof about that. But then my other friend shined a light. Like, if you come at a person like, look, it's $80 for a set of 5 photos. But say you usually charge, I don't know, say you usually charge 90, but you come at them for 80, but they're like, can I get it for 50? But you meet them in the middle at like 70, 75. I mean, you still kind of got closer to your main goal, but why not give? I'm for deals. I'm not for like major deals. I'm not trying to get half off, but I'm for deals. But either way, if we look out for each other, maybe give each other a deal. What's so bad about that? You know, trust each other, invest in each other. We are gonna have to. We're about to be pushed to trust in each other and invest in each other. That's how I feel. And that's kind of why I like the term wake up, because I feel like when I look at myself back in high school, opposed to, or even when I first had my daughter, opposed to now. No, I just realized what you're saying. Because I was about to say, I feel like I was sleeping and I woke up, but I wasn't sleeping. I was 19 years old. The resources and the information was there.
You matured.
Yeah, and I opened my eyes to it and I researched and you're right. Okay, I just got that. I like that now.
You've ascended.
I want to, exactly.
You've ascended.
Truly. And share the knowledge. Please share knowledge. Sharing knowledge is good.
And resources.
Yes, and resources.
You know something and you know somebody's in need, please share.
Exactly.
It's free.
It feels better.
It's free. And altruism. It does feel better. It sure does. It does. It feels better to be a blessing. For me, it feels so much better to be a blessing. Sometimes, especially, you know, if you can't give monetarily, Hey, let me go ahead and be a blessing another way.
Right? Exactly. It's like it's almost like an honor in a way to be able to, because in others I've been in, you're in situations where you happen to hear a person's story or hear their testimony or something, and it's like, damn, if I could, I would help you. Like that's how I be feeling.
It's funny because I like to be really intentional about like the way I think, and I said I will be in a position where I am able to give back, and I actually make a list of people that I want to give back to.
That's good. See, and that's a smart thing. I had a list of people I just wanted to say thank you to, and who knows where that list is.
Listen, but you can make a new
But
list.
I can never give up. That's what we was just talking about,
and it's part of manifesting.
The dieting thing. Just because you ate some cake, don't be like, screw it, let me sit down and eat some cake and start. Let's keep going.
It's so easy.
It's the same with so life easy. And your dreams and your goals.
And even with coronavirus, it's kind of similar to like, how black people are. Society has a view of black people because this is what the media portrays. Anytime the news is on, it's some kind of black person shot this black person, or this black person is reacting to. But you didn't see what provoked it, right?
Never.
You didn't see what traumatized or what triggered the black person, right? Because of course we all have our own different set of traumas that are unlike anybody else, which is why I called us resilient. So you didn't see what provoked that, but you just saw the outcome, and you just like, oh, okay. So now you left to draw upon your own assumptions. The same thing with the coronavirus. All you hear is about the deaths. You don't hear about those thousands of people who recovered. You don't hear about that. You don't hear about that. You hear, oh, this person got it, this person got it. And at first, I thought it was a hoax at first. I thought it was just a part of like a scheme that people were just getting paid to come out and say that they got it. Yeah. But really and truly what it is the government's ploy of creating vaccines to indoctrinate people. And for vaccines, they take a couple of years to mature, to do trials. They're trying to do speedy trials.
That's
you
why
scared?
I'm confused.
You scared? Here, try this vaccine. Why? Because that's going to be the thing that's going to promote the economy.
It is. Right back on top, because I'm like, I know there's a lot of people who are like, oh, it's fake, and there's people who had the coronavirus evidently and then passed away in a car crash, and they'll say that both.
They do that. They fluff up the numbers. They do fluff up the numbers. But
I couldn't believe that one.
I have heard of people that I have known personally that have actually been affected and actually have passed away.
Same here.
Passed away.
Same here. Definitely at least one person that I wanted to get to my father's youngest sister. Oh, wow. And it was just like, whoa. But that brings up another topic for me. When she went to the hospital, there was a situation. It's a classic situation of, I wasn't doing that well, but when I went in the hospital, I started doing worse. Yes. You feel me? Yes. And my family members, but even my family members suggest certain stuff. Like, we have another family member, she's worked in the medical field for so long, and she suggests certain stuff, but doctors be like, excuse me, move out the way, we know what we're doing. And then our loved one passed away, and it's like, you can't help but feel like, if you had have listened to me, and that's why I say my media is the people. I don't have the news, but I don't really look at it much, because the people,
vibration.
And the people are sharing with me the knowledge that I need to have. I ain't got to believe everything, but
anxiety.
Definitely. I was afraid to ride planes for a second because, because of the way that they'll portray a plane crash. And heaven forbid, I noticed another thing, heaven forbid, a black person actually be in the wrong in a situation. They blow the heck out of that story. Like, he was coming up to us with a knife. It was terrible. Like, everybody was terrified. Like, they'll blow it up. Society. And I just can't help but look at my kids sometimes and be like, we just need to be running around on an island with mangoes and grapes.
I told my friend this one day. I said, you know what? I can't help but feel like black people are the chosen people. There can't be this much adversity. If we were not a great people, there wouldn't be this much.
It can't be.
There wouldn't be this much trials, tribulations. It wouldn't be this much.
Right.
if there's not so much greatness inside of us.
It's like, are you afraid of what we can do? But I swear we wouldn't do bad. I think we bring the world together, like the Moors.
And maybe that's the point.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's the point. Maybe that's another thing that they
out of chaos comes order type of situation. They want that chaos so they can keep the order. I'm so
what
sick
they
of
consider
chaos.
as the order. Right.
Yes, what they consider as the order. Correct. Yeah. Correct. Imagine if we came together. So I guess they got to keep us apart. And you're right. We can't be hating on each other either, because I know I find myself doing that sometimes when it comes to African American celebrities, because I'd be like, you could do so much with your platform, do more with your platform, like who cares? But I don't know their situation, I don't know their life, I can't, but if I had a platform, I'd tell you.
But here's the thing, the way I see it, because I see those and I feel the same thing. I say, I'm going to be the change that I want to see. I want to see something different.
Did you say that to me this morning?
Yeah, I want to see something different. Okay, now I've been commissioned to be that difference that I want to see.
Pass like a sprint. No, I feel you. Be the change you want to see.
Absolutely.
Sometimes I'd be feeling lazy, but be the change you want to see.
You allowed to feel lazy sometimes,
right?
You allowed to rest sometimes. You allowed to do nothing sometimes. But
you really are.
The next day, you got to get on up.
For
you
sure.
got to be proactive.
For sure.
You got to set things in motion. Allow that. Allow the ebbs and flows, feel them, recognize them, and then find a way to move past it. Because the way I see it, we can't just lay down. We can't just give up. We can't do that. There's too many people depending on us.
It's too many.
There's too many people. Think about
I
all the
haven't had kids, but I mean, shoot, each other. And we gotta lift each other too. If you trying to tear, you don't tear each other down. Not right now, Black community. Not right now. If it's anything not negative or out of the random, please let it go. Especially with family, because I see people preaching and preaching.
That's why you gotta heal.
But the actions are the same.
Heal yourself first. Heal yourself from the traumas, from all the things that trigger you, so that they don't become a trigger, and move past it. Exactly. Otherwise, you will continue to hold yourself and other people hostage, and it's not worth it.
Hostage, though. And try to find, I feel like, the quality of life. Like other countries, I feel like they get to experience, to a certain extent, the quality of life. I was talking to my mom about this morning, and we kind of don't. We don't. It's all about rushing to Friday, getting off work, putting the kids to sleep, and I just want it to be more. I want to experience the quality of life. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy the now.
Enjoy each day you're given. I've also tried to be really intentional about that too. Waking up and just saying, God, I just thank you for this day. If I do nothing, I'm just grateful for. And I even in these uncertain times, I said, you know what, God, I thank you, Lord, for a place to sleep. I thank you, Lord, for food. I thank you, Lord, for just lacking nothing in this time. I've lacked nothing.
Nothing at all. That's what I realized.
The abundance is coming, and I've lacked nothing, and I thank you for it. I have life, health, and strength, and I thank you for that.
A wise woman. I'm so sorry, but I be on the same brain wave, and I just feel you. I feel you, because the other day I was having a somewhat bad day, and I was like, look, I didn't thank you for today. Right. Thank you for today. Right. And I'm not saying that that's why I was having a bad day, but it's a good way to start your day. Yeah. You know, it's a good way to start your day. Walk with faith. Walk with faith.
And it's being intentional.
Oh man, my bad. Exactly.
It's being intentional.
That's true. Because like I said, it's one thing to talk, but one thing to do action. Like one thing I noticed I talk about a lot through this situation was homeless people. And usually I go out and give blankets and water and stuff on like Sundays, but through this situation I ain't done it at all. Because I was like, I gotta stay inside. But every day, to be honest with you, I'd be wanting to. But I'd be like, oh, I can't leave. I can't. Yes, I can. I think I'm about to.
They carry a special place in my heart.
Me too.
I have so many plans for them. I have plans for them. When God opens my hand and that money comes, oh my God.
Big plans.
Oh yeah, I got big plans for them.
I feel it, because shoot.
Oh yeah. And anytime that you decide that you want to go out and do the blankets and stuff, let me know, because I would definitely love to do that.
I will. I definitely will, because I love doing that. And I ain't done it at all, especially when it was hot. It was a heat wave last year, and I was on that water hike. I was just giving out water wherever. There were even some ladies homeless who would be like, oh nah, and I just set the water there, like, girl, it's hot. You
Right.
gonna want this water later?
Oh,
Some are
man.
so humble. Everybody had their own story, You have no
Everybody has
idea how
their
they
own
got
story.
there.
That
I've been
part.
there. You have no idea how they got there.
Mm-hmm.
So respect the story. Either way, we got a lot out today. We got like 15 seconds. I hope I can edit this. And thank you for joining me today.
Anytime. Thank you for having me.
Right, y'all. We gonna be back again
You
sometime,
want me
but
to give my
that
IG
was rants
handle
with
and
Wyatt.
stuff?
Yes, please.
Okay.
She's gonna give you all her information. Thank you for joining us today. God bless. Keep your head up, especially in these uncertain times. I know I'm mother freaking sick of staying inside and going to the park and seeing the caution tape at the park.
But we're
But
grateful.
yeah, we're grateful to be alive. Stay strong.
My IG is ms period SHELLY SHELL. Stay in contact. I follow back too. Feel free to DM me if you got something good to say. If not, keep it to yourself.
All
Have
right.
a great day. Stay in power.
Stay in power, y'all. Woo!